Okay, Christy, you want to know how to do this? I'm going to walk you through step by step on exactly how I do it. And I do have to hold the camera with one hand and work with the other, so I'm sorry if there's a couple of issues. So let's just start off by getting any random file. So I'm going to open up my Pep Viewer for Cameo. And I'm just going to open a file. I'm just going to grab something that's handy. Let's see what we can find here. Where'd my Pep files go? There they are. And let's see, Money Stack 3. That looks pretty easy. Not a lot of pages. Alright. So all we have to do is once we have our file, we're going to go up here to File, Export to DXF file. And it's not very clear, is it? So we're going to just click on Export and then tell it what we want to call it and where we want to put it. Now, I always put my files in the same place. I have a folder called Cameo Files, then I make a folder for whatever it may be, name it whatever I want, and then click OK. I'm going to click Cancel, and we're done with this program. That's all we needed Pep Viewer for Cameo for. Now we're going to go into the Silhouette software. Give that a moment to open. And I'm just going to go into my library. It's easier that way. I'm going to File, Import to Library. And then I just navigate to wherever I've got those files. Again, I keep everything in my Cameo Files folder. I open it up. I've already got this inputted, so I'm just going to click on one of the files, and you can only import one file at a time. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. But once you have them all imported, I'm just going to go ahead and re-delete that one because we've already got it imported somewhere else. Once you got your files imported, they're going to show up here if you've got them organized. Like I've got a bunch of different ones. Episode 7 Stormtrooper Armor. So I just come over here, I double click the one I want, put it where I want on the page. Now I'm running a 12 by 24 sheet. So if you're running a 12 by 12, make sure you have it set up for the correct sheet and the correct paper size. So I'm using 2 sheets of A4 paper on there. So I'm just going to open up my library down here, and I'm going to throw in another one of these files just to line it up. And then once we're done doing that, I like to put page numbers. You can do that by clicking on the Add Text button right here. We're not going to do that for now, though. I'm going to go all the way into my upper right corner, click on the Sketch Pen, and it's going to say Standard or Advanced. We're going to go with Advanced. I'm going to just, for the first round, I want to draw my mountain folds, which are shown in blue. Then we can scroll down here. Instead of ratchet blade, we're going to choose Sketch Pen. It's down here at the bottom. Now, there are occasional issues with choosing Sketch Pen and instead of just using the ratchet blade, but it's rare enough that I generally just use the sketch blade. And then go ahead and send to Cameo. Once that completes, I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to select the Valley folds. You can see they're marked in red. Same thing, Sketch Pen, and send to Silhouette, or send to Silhouette. The next step I take is to actually score the Valley and Mountain folds. So I have them both selected now. I would now go to my ratchet blade. Let's see if we can clear this up. There we go. Let's go to our ratchet blade. Now I select my ratchet blade all the way down to 1. You don't have to do this on screen, but you have to do it on the blade itself. I don't like waiting a long time, so I generally run it at 8. And for scoring purposes, I use a thickness of 3. Then, of course, send to Silhouette. Then the last step, actually cutting the pieces out, deselect the Valley and Mountain folds, and I select the outside lines for the pieces. Back down here to my ratchet blade, Now I would turn my ratchet blade up to 5 for the outside cuts and run my thickness all the way up and send a silhouette. So we didn't physically run through because I've got a bunch of other projects I'm currently working on, but as far as the software is concerned, that's all we really need to worry about. Export from Pep Viewer for Cameo, import into Silhouette, open it, set it up, and then you can do all your cutting and drawing over here. I hope this video helps you at least a little bit. If you'd like even more detail, we can actually do a full run through once I've finished a couple of these other projects that are on my desk, and we can take it all step by step. Good luck, Christy.